load and set the top of the zone drill. So we talked about in the last video, where are our hands, where do they need to be? They must be above the zone. So when we load, we want to do a drill that is going to, number one, keep us from internally rotating, because on a tee, we have so many kids that want to get power and they want to do it with the upper body because that's just a natural feeling. We have to trust the top of the zone, or the top of our body, to create barrel direction, because that's what our shoulder's going to do in another drill. But we have to set the top of the zone first. And so we're going to go load, set the top of the zone. Here's something that I didn't know that few people really address, but this bone here is going to set the angle of our bat. So whenever we're talking about body positions and angles, we work off of our spine. Everything in medical field, and when you're talking about degrees of this and that in hitting, is 90 degrees of the spine. This is 90 degrees to the spine. This is not 90, but we're working towards 90 with the zone. This is 90. You know, if I had better mobility, then yeah, there's 90, all right? So my barrel, when we're looking at blast information, which is a bat sensor that we use, and is incredible information, very simple. It always talks about, are we 90 degrees with our spine at early connection, which means when the knob starts to move forward, okay? And then at connection, are we 90? So we're trying to get as little variance from when the knob makes its first move forward to contact off of 90, because 90 is our spine. But this bone, okay, needs to stay somewhere around 90 or close to 90 with the spine. Because if I load here and here, okay, now I'm down into my body. For me to hit a pitch, the only easy way is for us to go down. Well, what am I going to do at the pitch up here? Watch what my barrel has to do to get there. It has to make all this movement to get there, but now I understand the ball's still going forward. So if we're on deck and I was in the other zone, dugout, and I see a kid that's always loading here, I'm gonna throw him up and in, up and in, up and in, try to get his eyes up, because he's gonna just pop out. Does that make sense? So again, we're gonna set the top of the zone, but I'm not gonna be here either. I'm not gonna be internally rotated. We're gonna set the top of the zone with our here. Right? Now, as I do that, I'm gonna start creating some torque right here in that core. Now, you can start out here. Remember, the black and whites of the principles are when my heel's down, my knob is in its furthest position, correct? So is this a principle? No. It's not in its position to now go forward, is it? Because if it is, the only pitch I can hit is here. I can't come back up to here. So that is starting to be a little more clear, while the first principles are making sense. So if I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna hit her, I'm gonna be stretched into this position here, right? I'm not gonna be internally rotated to the tee. That again is what we're gonna make sure. This is my tee. I don't wanna be here, right? I'm gonna be nice and easy right there, all right? So that when I start to sequence, I can make that cut. All right, but if I'm here, I'm gonna have to come back up. So we're gonna set the top of the zone with our forearm here, all right? How you get here, doesn't matter to me. Heck, dudes, guys, girls, you can start out right here for all I care. Doesn't matter. But when that heel is down, that knob and that hand has to be at the position that it now is ready to go forward. It can't be there before the heel gets down. At the timing, that's what's gonna happen. We're gonna set the top of the zone here. We're not gonna be here. because now I'm gonna have to come back up, all right? Remember the principles. Heel down, knob is its furthest apart. How we get there does not matter. We're gonna set the top of the zone with this forearm just to make it easier. As you get the swing, if you wanna change it and you can continue to hit, and my knob is where, my heel is where, make it work. But that knob and that heel is gonna be there. But setting the top of the zone here, more times than not with our hitters, has made the swing extremely clean, extremely efficient, and very, very, very simple. Less movement is better when we're trying to hit moving objects.